Hello, welcome back to Tarot Time with Andy. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. I was going through comments and it started bothering me and it dawned on me because I am a budding psychic and I do hear things and I do feel things. And it dawned on me with that Marylyn spread that I know I said that she took the pills willingly, took a deadly dose, and that she really didn't care what the outcome would be if anything bad should happen. First, I want to say that with borderlines, they have that propensity. They're very self-sabotaging, and they're very careless. I didn't say that she wanted it, but she was careless and didn't care if it had happened because she was in a miserable place. So I got to clarify that some of the people saying things that she did, she was just didn't care. She wasn't concerned about her life. She was in a very dark place. But I did pull the Devil card privately because I decided to ask if there was someone who was there with a smile on their face and casually said, "Oh, you can't sleep? Well, take 3 or 4 more." And that's what I was getting. Here you go. Just take a couple more. You'll be fine. Your body's used to it. You've been taking these a while. Not likely to have anything go wrong. And so I shuffled and I pulled the Devil card. So there's a yes. And then I used the pendulum and I asked if it was male or female. First I tried with male. I got yes, it's a male, not a female. So it was a male individual who told her, take a few more. And this person did care about her, but this person also knew what the outcome could be. So my next spread here is to dive deeper into this individual and what was the intent behind it. So like I said, she was careless. She had a careless mind and wasn't concerned about the outcome. Not that she wanted it, but if so, she had a flippant attitude, like it would be for the best for all kind of thing, because she was suffering. So, not that she really went out of her way to make it happen, but if it did, oh well, kind of attitude. Oh well. So when this person said to her, "Hey, you're having problems sleeping tonight. You're super wound up. You're super upset. Take a few more." Those few more was all it took. And that individual did it with a smile. There wasn't the stronghold. It wasn't done with, it wasn't forced. It wasn't forced, okay? So that's why I got she willingly just did it herself, because she did take those extra few herself. But this person could have very well had some very negative intentions with that intent, okay? But she was in such a dark spot. She didn't know. She didn't care. She was discombobulated. She was paranoid. I feel that she probably had some detachment going on and splitting. So much goes on in the mind of the borderline. So you have to understand the mind of the borderline to really understand how they sink and tank emotionally. And how they do mentally, they do check out. They do check out. They do have heavy narc traits with the disassociation. It's like they're outside of their body, looking inward. And so I think she disassociated as well, where she wasn't even feeling her own body, and she's just kind of being very robotic, doing as she's told in a way. So I think this individual with a smile on their face, who had been around her, very friendly demeanor, someone she trusted, here, take a couple more. It's no big deal. I'm here all night. If anything goes wrong, I'm here. Just take them. Just take them. So that's what I'm feeling now. And I was feeling it last night. So I thought, okay, I have to hit it up today. And that happens with tarot. You get one answer, but then you might have to dig a little deeper. So this is the rabbit hole of Marylyn. Here we go. Let's get this Devil card and this Devil energy. Please tell us more. Please tell us more. Please tell us more about this individual. So this person was a Knight of Cups. This person was someone she trusted as a Knight of Cups, someone who cared about her. And this one's sticking out, so I'm going to take it. I will put these here so you could see my pulls. It's very important to me that you guys see my pulls. And this person had negative intention. Yes, the Magician in reverse is someone who's being very deception and Judgment in reverse. So these three cards tell me right away, yes. This person showed that he was emotionally available. This person had dark intentions. This person did not fear judgment. This person did not fear judgment, knew that this is an awareness card. This could be a spiritual awareness card too. So this person was not spiritual either. This person was not a religious individual. So that's why I see it in reverse. Plus, they did not fear judgment of by doing the act. So I would say by the judgment in reverse, and this one, woo, throat, bad voice here. Need some honey. These two here says a lot. And this here I already knew. I kind of knew this would be the situation, just like I was saying. That was what I was thinking of when I psychically work in the mornings. I lay in bed, and that's when a lot of information comes in, as well as late at night before I go to sleep. That's when most of my information all comes in. So here we go. I'm going to pull some more. We got here, there were challenges with the King of Pentacles and a burden. So that would be, as far as I'm concerned, JFK. She was dating him. She presented too much of a challenge to the King of Pentacles, and she became a huge burden because she wouldn't let him go. That would have been the histrionic personality disorder, where they think they're closer to people than they actually really are. That is histrionic. And a lot of borderlines have a comorbidity with histrionic because they're both under the same cluster B umbrella, personality disordered, in the DSM-5. So it is the classic borderline with histrionic, as far as I'm concerned. That is what with my educated knowledge, I am making that prediction, that I think that she had that comorbidity. So we have the Page of Swords. They wanted to shut her down. She had very immature energy, and they wanted to shut her down because she was going to talk. She was going to talk, and that's what people were saying, and this is what's popping up. And they needed a new, fresh path, and they were not going to be brokenhearted, nor did they want the triangulation. The Three of Swords in reverse. There was a triangulation going on. That would have been JFK, his wife, and Marylyn. They could not allow that triangulation. So they had to shut her down. Ace of Swords is the Epiphany card, and they had to cut her out. And they also were not going to lose sleep over it, and it was something they had to work at. And it would pay off to do it. The payoff would come. And we have here the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. And the balancing the energy in reverse. I would say that would be JFK's wife. He didn't want her to know about it. He didn't want her talking to her. He didn't want her energy being affected by her. And he knew that she would not be able to balance her emotions and feelings. So this is why it went down. It was done by a friendly voice, a friendly individual. Under the surface, yeah, Ace of Cups. He was never in love with her. There was no love there coming from him. Back to the histrionic, where you think you're closer to someone than what you actually are. There wasn't quite the bond that she perceived to be. And that's why she became such a challenge. And then we have here, yes, King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, did not love her. Did not want to start a relationship with her, did not want it to go anywhere. It was never going to go anywhere. Never going to go anywhere. Okay, let's get some more on the Kipper. Kipper on the situation. Kipper on the situation. Here we go. And we have here the journey. So, yeah, it was a journey to get there, to do it, and it would be a mature woman. So a mature woman, she was basically a mature woman at that point in time. And we have here false person. So they felt that she would have been very deception. She would have thrown them under the bus, caused a lot of chaos, problems, and burdens, and they didn't trust her. So they sent her on a journey, the journey to the other side. Under the surface, we have here, yeah, occupation. And that basically with the occupation, it took work doing it. It took work doing it. It took planning. It was a job. It was a job. This person had a job to do, and this job was to aid her to do what they wanted. I got to be careful how I word things. And let's get some Lenormand. Some Lenormand. Here we go. Some Lenormand on this situation. This situation. Don't want to say too much. I just can't because of the algorithms here. Here we go. Anchor. Yeah, it was a job. It was someone's job to do it. So it was a job. Yikes. Oof. Under the surface, and this person had to bring the news. They had to bring the job, bring the news. This person comes in and does the job. It was a job. Yeah, it was a job. You guys are right. It was a job. It was a professional, but done in a way that didn't come off as a stronghold individual. And it was a gentleman, and there was short communication about it. The owls is a short conversation. So there you go. Yeah. And let's get some, how did she feel about this individual? How did Marylyn feel about this Knight of Cups? This Knight of Cups here, that was my first pull. It was a Knight of Cups. Someone who was a false face, who showed compassion towards her, and she trusted that individual. How did she feel about this person? How did she feel about this Knight of Cups? This Knight of Cups. And she was also chasing, she was chasing the Knight of Cups. She was the one doing the chasing. Here we go. And we've got here, fair fight, being caught in troubles. So they basically, there was conflicts. She knew there were conflicts, and that she knew that there were fighting and that there were troubles. And there were troubles with that person was letting her know, this isn't going so well. This relationship's not going to happen. So there was some arguing going on, and not necessarily with him, but there was argument going on leading into all of this. I'm going to take that because it is sticking out, and it's veiled. And he veiled his intentions. He veiled his intentions with this. This is sticking out. I'm taking it. And he played God. It's a finger of God. He played God, to be honest. He veiled it and he played God. That's how I'm going to word it. He played God. And because there was fighting going on, a lot of conflicts. And that calculates to, let's see, 14. That comes to 19. 19 comes to 5 of clubs, crossroads. It comes to crossroads because they could not convince her to be quiet. It could have gone two ways. And he decided which road to go down because they weren't being able to convince her to not do certain things, say certain things, and make herself conflicted. She caused these conflicts. She wasn't going to be quiet, and so that's why. Yeah, and coffin under the surface. So he coffined her. Couldn't convince her otherwise, and fence sitter. He was sitting on the fence, and he was trying to get her to go down a different road. But he wasn't able to do it, so he aided her, convinced her with a smile on his face. She did take them. He did not put them in her mouth. That's why I got that it was her own doing. But it was here, I care about you. I wouldn't hurt you. You're really super upset. They had this fight talking about the situation. He couldn't get through to her whatsoever. She was incorrigible. She was in love. She couldn't let go of it. So he did what he felt was the finger of God to put her out of her misery and help her with it with an emotional appeal of here, you just need a little more. You just need a little more to go to sleep. It'll be fine. Take this second dose is how I kept feeling last night. Just take another dose. And that dose was really high. So I now have to calculate this. This is 9. 9 comes to 3 of hearts, roses. It would make a sweet situation for them. a sweet situation for them. And he kind of felt that she's a suffering individual. I think I should just help her go. She's never going to be happy. She's always going to be, you know, we got to get rid of this problem. And so, yeah. So you guys were right. Some people were saying, no, 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 no. And yeah, you were right. And I just thought about it. I meditated on it. And I started to realize that there was a happy, smiley face there. Someone who posed as a caring individual. But yet it's almost like death with dignity in a way. I think that's kind of how he viewed it, that he was doing a dignified thing for her. And that's where the patient takes the dose and it's not forced on them. And that was what I was feeling last night and this morning, and it was eating at me. And so then I did sit down this morning. That was the first thing I had to do because my vibes are highest in the morning. So I had to throw some cards out and I pulled this one. So that's why I had to do this spread. I wanted to do some clarification on that. So there you go. This is the, I will probably do some more on probably the relationship. I suppose Joe DiMaggio. Yeah, I suppose I should probably ask, did he really love her? Because someone did ask that. So I guess I will ask that. Did Joe DiMaggio really love her? He did put roses out all the time. Did he really love her? Did he really love her, or was she possession? Was she possession, or was it love? There we go. We got here the Mother Earth in reverse. So he did find her to be an angry individual. He didn't like her anger. And yes, he was the ruler. Yeah. So she was Mother Earth in reverse. She did have some outbursts, and he was the ruler, and it earthquaked. There was an ending between them, and under the surface. At one time, they were cup overflowing. They were madly in love, very happy, and at the center, he wanted happiness with her. That was subconsciously, he wanted this cup overflowing, but he found her to be too emotional, too flip-floppy, hot and cold, sweet, mean, sweet, mean, sweet, mean. That is what borderlines do. Their moods are all over the place within an hour's time. They can go from being happy to sad to miserable to yelling at you, screaming at you, and then wanting to have sex with you all within an hour, okay? So he found her to be too much. And he tried to be her ruler, tried to be in control of it, but it earthquaked instead. It did not work out. She was too much to handle, too hot to handle, all right? And he wanted that cup overflowing, peace. He wanted peace and contentment, but he could not attain that with her. Not with that mindset, it's not possible. They do not have successful relationships, you guys. They do not have successful relationships. Same with Diana. Diana had the same diagnosis. Many have said the same thing about her. They're very hot and cold. They do detach. They do get paranoid. It's very hard to be in a relationship with them. So here we go. Let's calculate 10, 20, 33, 34, 35. 35 comes to 9 of clubs, high tower. They had a high tower moment because he couldn't control her emotional dysregulation. And then we have 17. 17 comes to 5 of hearts, fence sitter. And he fence sat on it for a while. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to get a divorce. He didn't want the problem. He really wanted that cup overflowing. So he did sit on it for a while. So he did care for her, but because we got this 10 of cups, but it was her. It was her personality disorder that made the marriage unbearable, literally unbearable. I can go deeper into this on another video. So if you want some more Joe DiMaggio and Marylyn Monroe marriage questions, just put them in the comments. So I'll just consider this the beginning of their the deep dive into their marriage, if you want me to deep dive into their marriage. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye.